Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of Boston by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 live play taking place in modern-day Boston. Yes, this is episode 8, not episode 7 like I had previously advertised, because I can count now. And you know what else you can count on? Plugs. Plugs are a thing that I do at the beginning of every episode in my wonderful segues. One thing that you can count on is that Scion Demigod Book 3 for the Scion 2nd Edition RPG only has 4 days left to go. Nearly 2,000 backers, like individual people backing it, and it's raised a really nice number of over $122,000. It's almost at like 4 times its original goal, which is amazing, and they've still got stretch goals to unlock. So if you guys wanted to go ahead and give that check that out, I highly recommend it. And lastly, this will be because it's the last time I'm going to be able to plug this. It's also the last time I'm able to plug September. September is Twitch's yearly thing for the month of September, where your subscriptions to your favorite Twitch channels, such as the Onyx Path Twitch Channel, are at a reduced cost. So if you wanted to subscribe or gift a subscription to someone that you love who loves tabletop games, feel free to do that here. Where we last left off was a brief, foggy, fuzzy, oh, the nanobots are here moment. Where memory is always the first thing to go, followed by the memory. As the coterie had been locked up in an underground bunker-esque facility underneath the shipping docks of Boston. It only took them quite some time to realize that their memories had been manipulated and messed with in extreme ways. Extreme was the word I was looking for. And so with that, they realized that they have been gone from their lives for much longer than they realized. They have been gone from their lives for over 3 weeks. At least since the upload to date of a particular incident that happened at a party where a drink was spilled all over another vampire. That vampire, Dahlia of Clan Toreador, was found dead after the party. The prime suspect is one Aster Bell, who was seen throwing a drink on a bitch.
Deserved it.
Thank you.
I like Skylar.
Before we get on to what our coterie is up to, we are going to do our introductions for this evening. We're going to start with our special guest star over here.
Hello, I am Melee Damage. I do lots of things. I am a DM for the show Denver by Night, and I play on a couple of different shows for D&D Darkened Wish. And on Friday, I do a show also DM'd by B Dave that is a World of Darkness games that we do. We're doing a different one every season as we're going through, and we've done Vampire and Wraith. And I am also a musician. So do check out my new single called Mothership. And if you would like to support me and my music and my games, you can also find me on Patreon.
And who are you playing this evening, Miss Melee Damage?
I am playing Miss Lucretia Giovanni.
Moving on.
Dark greetings, everyone. I am Velvet Divine, playing Dr. Alicia Garcia Marquez, the Malkavian psychiatrist.
Hi, I am Carl Jordan, and tonight I am playing Dr. Jackson Easter of Clan Tremere, who is trying desperately to keep these cats corralled.
Hey everyone, I'm Lee Berger playing Skylar Evans, who refuses to be corralled.
I'm Megan Murphy. I'm playing Astor Bell, the most innocent Toreador ever. Like, the most innocent. Like, look at her.
Definitely not ever in any trouble.
Never. She doesn't need to. She's not even a cat. She doesn't need to be corralled.
Well then. Missing 3 weeks of your time is awful, no matter who you are. And each of our kindred has had to deal with the after effects of this. Dr. Alicia's patients have tried to find different practices because when their doctor needed them most, they vanished. Dr. Jackson's coworkers thought that Dr. Jackson had just forgot to send them an email about his vacation because he never takes a vacation. So they just thought, oh, he's finally taking one for a change. Like, we've got, there's other crematoriums and morgues around that we can facilitate things to.
Everything's probably fine.
Everything's probably fine.
No idea I built up that much credit.
Aster has missed so many opportunities to add things to her collection, and rent is due on her apartment.
And her plants are dead. They're all dead.
The plants are dead. The plants are dead. Speaking of plants that are most likely not smoked, the plants that are smoked over at Skylar's place.
What?
Have probably been well taken care of by his retainers.
Oh yeah, 100%. And the other things that are smoked that aren't plants.
And so, as Skylar had sent a message off to someone before departing for his day sleep, to which he does get a knock on the door.
Okay. I don't know why she's knocking on the door of a abandoned theater, but okay. I'll walk over and open it up to see if it is who I think it is.
You see this girl with short, spiky blonde hair, wearing a hoodie and those fingertipless gloves that she always wears. And
is the hoodie up?
No, the hoodie's not up.
Okay.
The hoodie's down. So you can actually see her, and you can see you can see her brown eye. Actually, it's hazel. I think her eyes are specifically hazel. Her eyes are hazel. You see her hazel eyes, and you see that she looks to be about 23, 24 years of age. However, you know how aging is with vampires.
Yeah. So I'll lean in the doorway, probably as the sun's coming in and starting to burn a little bit. Am I noticing anything coming off of her? Smoke, burn damage, anything at all?
No.
Okay.
This is a weird time for you to call.
I was so sure you were me, or what I am. So, bit surprised here.
The only thing me and you have in common is our love of work and annoyance.
No. Okay. Well, if you're here, I am curious how you have gotten hands on that drug that you passed off to me.
I have contacts.
And
I talk to people. I'm a socialite. I can be social. Jeez.
you are not a socialite.
I'm social on Facebook.
Wow. Great. Cool.
Me and,
Anyways,
like my 6 other accounts.
do you know who the manufacturer is? Because I need to know who's making stuff that affects vampires.
You don't want to meet them.
You're right. I don't want to meet them, but I want to know who they are.
Okay, so this drug was originally made by the people who hate us.
And so you're giving me something that's potentially dangerous to us?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Well,
This is sort
now-
of like the manufactured. This is like the closest any kindred has come to manufacturing it
okay.
themselves. Because you know, like, how do you create a drug that hurts you?
It's not that hard. All right then. So in terms of the payment that I was supposed to give you for this,
Yeah.
being that you're not a vampire,
Yeah,
fuck you.
Yeah, you know, I had a feeling you were going to say something like that. So have fun with whatever consequences come from that.
Yeah, okay. We'll let you know if we run into Morgan. Because I don't believe I owe you the fact that I need to look for Morgan. So I feel like I'm doing you a favor here.
I mean, you are, but at the same time, have fun. I'm wishing you the best and go fuck yourself. And she walks away.
All right, that got everything I needed to know.
And she does pick up a bag that was next to her, and you'll notice that inside the bag is a laptop. It seems to be very strong, an extremely strong, durable laptop that she didn't mind just on the ground while she was waiting for you.
No. Neat.
And yeah, she just walks away if you don't stop her.
I head back inside. I gotta get to sleep.
Okay. Dr. Jackson, you are working away. At least you came back from your vacation, and your colleagues have sent you emails of like, send us pictures. We heard you were off in Hawaii. Yeah, your colleague messaged us and told us you were in Hawaii.
Okay, that sounds like a great opportunity for a cover story that I'm totally not a vampire, sending them doctored pictures of me in Hawaii.
Do you want me to make your roll to see how good these pictures are?
Yes, this is a
Roll
great idea.
intelligence and technology.
Oh darn!
For
I should
faking
make
a
a user-
vacation?
Are you
For
just
making
sending
a
like
vacation.
2D stills from Lilo and Stitch?
So, fun fact: I failed my hunger check for the beginning of the night, so making sure that's in there. Okay.
Hungry gang, rise up. I'm glad I'm not alone.
3 successes.
anyone who was like scrolling through Facebook, like, oh, cool, he was in Hawaii, would notice. People with like a discerning eye for like, why that lighting's just slightly off or something. He probably just used a filter. He used a filter. Gosh darn it. And other than that, the pictures do seem to pass normal eyes. If someone was like specifically trying to like, they might be able to spot something, but for now, your coworkers, your colleagues believe it. But it seems like somebody who knows of your predicament helped you. Especially considering we're using an ability that's been on your character sheet for a bit.
Oh, okay, good.
That one dot ability.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Because being a Tremere has its benefits, especially when you join the multi-level marketing scheme.
All right. I guess I'm going to send a thank you text to the ally that helped me.
And you do get a response back. It's from, you can tell that it's someone who doesn't really know how to text very well. And they just said, after what you and your friends did in Houdini's tent, I felt I owed you a solid.
Okay, texting back. Thanks.
Okay. And so eventually you are, as you're working through the day, the TV does have a breaking news. Breaking news from over at the Hancock Tower, as the Macedon Corporation is currently being investigated by federal agencies in a matter of national security. It seems that police have had the block barricaded up, access to the tower, and Trinity Church have been restricted for the time being. Meaning that those who have business here and are seeking to go through the area may have to reroute their traffic. As we all know, that might add an additional 10 to 20 minutes to your local traffic times. Police agents and federal investigators have not released anything more on this matter. However, we will give you updates as the story continues.
Okay, that's interesting. If it's still okay for me to do stuff, I want to check and see if the computers that I left backdoor software on are still online and turned on right now.
You'll find that they aren't.
Okay.
It's almost as if everything's been shut down.
Awesome.
Dr. Alicia, your clients have been going elsewhere. You find that your list of normal patients have been rapidly decreasing. Your normal visits have been rapidly decreasing. Some of your kindred patients are completely understanding of, yeah, no, I've been in Torpor before. Pff, yeah. You should have seen what happens over on the other side. Like, and you hear stories of like fantastic adventures that with your insight, you know that they're bullshitting. But you indulge them. It's easy for you to indulge kindred in what they want to hear when you know exactly what they want to hear. To get your human patients back will be a bit of a project for you. And we will discuss what you would need to do. This will be a BGA action for you to try to regain your credibility. It will be a series of rolls to try to regain some of your credibility of not just randomly disappearing for 3 weeks with no alibi. Aster, your rent's due.
I gotta sell some stuff. Damn it. Oh, this is the worst. Oh, I mean, the murder thing is pretty bad, but like right now, this is worse.
You gotta sell some stuff. We all just got loaded.
I don't know what it's like to. Okay, oh no, I'm gonna keep forgetting that. I can't have a bank account. This is weird. Okay, so she's gathering up her plants very sadly and dumping them in the garbage.
She's like the only person on the crew moving into a smaller place.
Yeah,
Let's dump
and
some SN chats for the plants.
yeah, she's looking at all the. Oh god, there was like this doll she was looking at, and she was this close to getting it. She knew that she just had to be on to bid at the exact second. That's gone. It's gone. It's all gone. It was gonna finish the collection, but it's gone. So I don't know the next time that's gonna happen. And then she's also been like trying to figure out what her relationship with Nora is, since she's like her mom or her warden.
So, your relationship with Nora, now that Nora has taken accountability for you, is essentially your mistakes are Nora's mistakes. And Nora, being the childer of a primogen, would be paying heavily for those mistakes. But it was the only agreement that would allow you to have left the shipping facility.
Yeah. So Aster's having a bit of a problem with that because she's not used to anyone else suffering the consequences for stuff she does. So she's had to think more about stuff, which is not something she likes to do. I mean, she hasn't, okay, not stolen, but like liberated something for a while, and it's she's getting itchy.
So, it is at this point the four of you receive a text message. It is from Nora. And it simply says, Gwen suggests checking out the castle again, period. The investigation on the Camarilla side is a bit difficult, period. Send.
Okay, Mom. Send.
So, are you going to A, respond to the message? B, are you guys going to head off to the castle? C, how do you get to the castle if you are getting there? If not, what are you doing?
What time is it?
I'd say it's about 9 o'clock.
So Aster would probably have access to both Nora's apartment and, say, the van, right?
I don't, I would say you know exactly where it is, especially since you guys had Ubered to the party.
Oh, okay. So Aster sends out a group message. Hey, everybody, no problem. I'll pick you all up in the van. See you there.
Oh, no.
And she goes to get the van.
I don't know if I should allow you to take the van, but...
Possession is 9/10 of the law. We have made this clear throughout the past episodes.
Okay, you know what?
Especially for
Megan, even or odd?
Oh, even.
It's a 6.
It's meant to be.
So, the keys are in with the van.
Well, why not? They're behind a locked gate. It's perfectly
Yes.
safe.
Yeah, perfectly fine. Don't bedazzle the van.
She puts her driving gloves on.
Driving glove. Wow.
And she smiles like just like the largest grin. No one's around to see it as she slides into the front seat and puts the key in. I'm Mom now.
Oh my god. I was expecting like a baby driver fantasy, not like a soccer mom fantasy.
Okay.
It's a very different
Porque no
power
los
trip.
dos.
Okay, Momster.
Okay, no los dos.
Momster. Can you roll a Dex and Drive check for me, please?
Oh, this is terrible.
Challenge?
You guys haven't seen my sheet. You have no idea. She's been waiting for this.
She's been going to night driving school.
3.
3 successes. You don't get pulled over. And you've been watching Nora drive. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
how you drive Mom, man.
Oh, I haven't beeped enough. Get out of the way.
No, Nat
And
says the
Nora
cassette tape it plays is Huey Lewis in the news.
Oh, this is good. I like this. I do know Huey Lewis in the news. Doot, doot, doot. I want a new drug. Beep, beep.
Give me one
And she
second.
forgets to pick people up for a second. It takes her about 10 minutes longer than she said it was going to take.
Natalie's connecting right now.
Excellent. No, Mom. Oh no!
Busted!
Oh no!
So you don't realize it takes you a bit. You didn't check the back seat before taking off in this vehicle. But Nora is sitting in the back seat of the van that you just stole.
Oh no!
Just slowly raises up like Liam Neeson.
I'm being responsible. Oh, hey, Oh, hey, Nora. Hey, so we're picking people up. Do you want to drive now? I can just slide out of the seat. Want me to slide out of the seat?
While
You know,
driving.
I was just back here, I forgot I left my DVR copies of the Golden Girls in here, and I was just sitting here enjoying my time waiting for you to get back to me, and you decided to take my vehicle out for a joyride.
No, this is business. We have to do, oh gosh, it's something. I'm sorry, I can't always, oh yeah, we have to investigate that place, but I was picking everyone up, responsible. I've been learning responsibility from you.
Okay. All right. I will, do you know how to drive?
I'm driving now.
I know, but do you know how to drive?
Yes, I have gloves.
There are degrees.
Okay, all right.
Am I supposed to cut this guy off now? I'm going to do it though, okay?
Lay on the horn, feel free. All right, yeah. Nora's just going to put her eye mask back on and just sit back in the seat and just
Don't
pretend
worry,
like
Mom.
nothing is happening.
Don't worry. I want to make this easy for you. You were always driving, and that's not fair.
Gonna unpause Golden Girls in the back.
Yeah.
I'll turn around. Oh, that's a good episode.
So yeah, with 3 successes, you don't get pulled over. The mom mobile might have some paint that doesn't belong to it on it.
I can fix that. I have paint.
As long as we didn't get captured by traffic cameras, I'm okay.
And you're gonna pick up each person one at a time, and I'm gonna roll to see what the order is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dr. Alicia. I rolled a 7. Dr. Alicia is the first one to get picked up.
I'm driving. Hi. Come on in.
Hello. Oh, you're driving.
And the answer to your question is yes, you can.
Okay. I will hold out a chunky, not like Big Chunk is chunky, but chunky black cat to Nora and ask her, be like, can I bring Dinah?
Who?
I'm driving, so yes. Driver gets to say whether or not. Yes.
All the powers God to her head.
Yeah.
I'm after the experiences of the past few weeks, I'm just going to let you guys ride. That's great. I have no complaints. Whatever you want to bring into the mix, just if I ask for my mom time, just be it. I might have to just disappear back.
Hey, Dr. Lacey, I'm a little worried about Nora because she's rolling with stuff I don't think she'd roll with, like a cat, and me driving, or me driving a cat.
It's been extremely stressful.
Even better, we can get all the thresholds out of the way now.
Oh,
that
this
way,
is good. This is
small
therapy.
Shocks, shock therapy. Get them all
good.
out of the way.
We're doing good things then.
I also have to bring Dinah because she can't be left home alone.
Absolutely not. Come here, Dinah. Oh, you're so cute.
Wait, it's a cat. Oh my, oh my goodness. Oh, I thought you, please make sure she doesn't run up the leather seats. Please, just put her in some kind of receptacle or something.
Receptacle.
Trash can. Dr. Alicia?
In the head box.
You want to roll me some manipulation and animal ken for me, please?
I would. Do I get any bonuses or anything because Dinah is familiar to me?
It will lower the DC.
Perfect.
Once again, I'm dying here.
Do I tack my animalism onto that, or?
You took, I actually don't know off the top of my head, so I'll just say no for now, and if I'm wrong, I'll reveal it later.
I mean, because if it's me, needing to calm her down, I'll probably just do feral whispers.
Add your animalism to it then if you're using feral whispers to aid you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to breathe.
Learning experience for everyone. I think.
Yeah, you all get to listen to Velvet meow at her cat. It's great.
Dinah speaks people.
Ah,
I don't know what Velvet's talking about right meow.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. We opened a box.
That is
Pandora's.
5.
I agree.
Put the cat in the box.
Doris?
How many
No.
dice did you roll right meow?
How many successes? 5 successes. I rolled my.
5
Oh.
successes?
Yeah.
Cool. So you find the cat's easy to corral. It's not going to claw at the leather seats or anything like that. It's very easy to get them to calm down a bit. Extremely easy for you to do so. The next person who gets picked up via random.
It's okay.
We see behind the curtain.
No, there's a computer the whole time?
So disappointing.
Nanobots.
The nanobots.
It's really nanobots.
Michelle's been playing us like a goddamn fiddle.
Is this a game to you?
So, I'm back. This is the next person to get picked up by random chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dr. Jackson.
Beep beep.
Good. I'm already outside.
So you pull up. Aster, you want to make another dex and drive
Yes.
check for me?
I'm about to Tokyo drift into this place.
Jeez. Just open the door as you slide up and I'll just step in.
Get ready, Doctor. This is
It'll
going to be the
scoop
most
me off the
efficient
street.
way. Oh,
This is either
4.
gonna be really impressive.
Or
On the subject of
successes?
drifting, would I be correct in assuming Aster is into American muscle cars?
Oh, they're so pretty. I can't drive them because I get distracted. I just want to pet them.
Yeah, this is
So-
like a van.
This is so ugly. I hate it. It's great.
So you pull in. You feel like the wheels like kick a little
Yeah.
bit in your excitement, like.
Yeah.
I don't know how cars work. But you pull like Dr. Easter's here.
Yep.
You pull in, and it's like so he has to walk a little bit to get into the vehicle.
It's more important to look cool than to stop exactly where you need to stop.
Exactly. And Dr. Jackson, you see Nora in the back seat reclined with her mask on, listening to the Golden Girls. You see Dr. Alicia with a cat on their lap, and Dr. Alicia just meow 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 meow.
Closing my eyes and saying, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." Opening my eyes. Everything's still the same.
Everything, and then the nanobots showed up.
Walking to the car.
Doctor,
sorry,
you can't
I'm
just
not a
say it
dream.
thrice. You have to click your heels too.
Didn't want it to be that obvious. Okay, getting in the car. Hi, everyone, plus cat. Why is Aster driving?
Why wouldn't Aster be driving? I mean, I can't, like, why would you ask that? Like, it's just, oh, look, Aster's driving. But you asked, why is Aster driving? Which makes it seem like that would be an odd thing.
It is.
Oh, no, I don't feel very good at driving anymore. Anyway, let's go pick up Skylar.
That unnecessary maneuver was quite impressive. Yep,
It was
good job.
very necessary. It was very, very necessary. You have to look cooler. Why drive?
Have confidence, Aster. You're doing great.
I don't know. I think you've shooken my confidence.
You want to roll one more dex and drive check for me?
Oh my God, yes. That's all I want to do now.
I want to see the van tumble by.
It is my favorite thing.
I'm just waiting for the messy crit.
No. Just a 3. So boring.
Yeah, you're just like, when do I have to use my blinker to turn? Right now? Okay. And eventually you do pull up to Skylar's, where you do pull up to the address that Skylar provides for you to pick him up at.
Oh wow, this is sketchy, but also it feels right.
Skylar,
Beep, beep.
you see the mom mobile with a little purple-haired person behind the wheel.
Absolutely rocking, still rocking out to that Huey Lewis.
There's just a moment of standing and just staring. Like, do I really want to do this again? I could just go back inside.
Oh, I don't think Skylar sees us. Beep beep.
I really
We're
could.
here.
Loser, we're going investigating.
Yeah.
All right.
Show him the cat. Then he'll want to come.
I'll
If you can see me, my eyes say help me.
I'll motion to my retainer to keep an eye on the place and then head inside to the van.
Mm-hmm. And you'll all see that Skylar's a little bit burnt up, but that just also blends in with the way that Skylar normally looks.
Amazing, gorgeous, handsome.
He's
So
also
glad you're
got
not
he's
looking
also
for your
got like
eyes.
the nice clean facial hair now, which is very unusual for him.
Had to do some people time. It sucks.
Looking spiffy.
And I'm gonna have you do.
I like the gloves, Aster.
Thank you. Someone finally noticed. See, I'm taking it very seriously.
Too seriously, but I still like them.
Oh, should I take them off? Will I drive better without them?
I don't know.
I'm gonna take
It's
off
all
one.
it's all okay.
Okay, one's
pull
off
the-
and one's on. Okay, let's
Pull
see.
the Michael Jackson. It's good.
So, one more Dex and Drive check, Aster.
Okay.
Grabbing the oh shit handle preemptively.
Oh, wait, 1, 2, is that a 2? All right, that's 3, but with a crit.
You can't have 3 with a crit.
Wait, they miscounted then. Then just 3.
Okay, so how many 10s do you have?
Well, I have 1 10, and then I've paid, but then 2 other successes.
So that's just 3.
Yeah.
You need a pair of 10s for it to be 4.
Now I got you.
Cool beans. So, once again, you don't get pulled over, but you're just a traditional Bostonian driver. Like, I was about to slip into a horrible version of a Bostonian accent, but I know I'm not sure what would tick people
Do
off
it.
more. If
No,
I did
no,
accent
Do it.
correctly, or if I didn't do one at all.
Do it.
Do it.
I can't. I'm sorry. My throat.
I'm being told by Onyx Path, don't do it. No, see, I'm sorry. I was trying to drive cool, but I guess I just drove normal, and I'm disappointed in myself.
You didn't get pulled over.
Beep, beep, sad beep.
Mom.
Oh,
But you do
know-
hear some.
I impressed somebody. That's all I needed. That's all. I just need to be recognized as being cool every once in a while. That's all. She's just talking to herself at this point. I mean, I'm just trying really hard. Swerve. Like, but no one like appreciates it. Like, I'm just trying my best.
Esther, I feel like you were doing better with both gloves. Maybe that's the trick.
Oh, look! I put them both on while I was driving. Was that a mistake?
No.
I didn't see you let go of the wheel, so nope, it's fine.
Ah, exactly. Okay, that's all I wanted. Okay, that's enough respect. That's okay. Esther's okay. She's fine.
And so, the 5 of you arrive to Park Plaza, where 3 weeks ago, all of you had attended a party that took place here. You can see that the lights are no longer as fancy as they used to be. It's almost as if this place is quieter somehow. There doesn't seem to be any sort of decorations or grandiose things. The only thing that might seem out of place is a vehicle that is already parked there. May, what type of vehicle would Lucretia be sporting?
It is an all jet black Aston Martin.
I don't know cars, but I'm just gonna assume it looks pretty cool.
It's the James Bond car.
Oh, I don't know James Bond, so I'm gonna assume it's pretty cool. People are amazed at my gaps in knowledge of geek media. I'm just gonna say that. So, Lucretia, you see this van pull up, driven by a pink-haired bubble gum of a person. And you can't see through the windows because it is a mom van. But eventually these 5, one at a time, depart the vehicle, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to describe what you guys look like today. So, starting with our driver, Aster.
Oh, yeah. So Aster has her normal kind of lavender hair. She's wearing pearls to be serious, but also kind of a odd vintagey T-shirt. It's kind of pink. It's got little puffy sleeves, and of course her driving gloves. Yes, and kind of like grandma-y glasses. So she looks like a little vintagey, but off in a way that she's not trying to copy it exactly. Just it's what works for her. She's pretty sure. Oh, and a hamburger purse this time. Oh no.
This is an interesting looking creature.
Oh, we lost Michelle.
Hmm.
Everybody else describe what you look like.
I think I would get out of the car next. And I am dressed very much like you see. I'm in gray and black, semi-formal. I look like I just got off work as a lawyer or a doctor or something.
I'll step out just in a black hoodie, trying to hide as much of burnt face and weird scarring as possible. A slight green tinge to his skin.
I'll get out next. I think Nora will probably need a sec before she steps out. So Dr. Elise has got the horizontal black and white striped leggings, red Mary Janes, kind of like a mid-length black skirt, the black tactical turtleneck, but in a slightly darker black, and a white blazer that's got black Rorschach style swirls, and then the little red half cape. And the cat.
Yeah, and Nora will get out last. She looks a lot like Robin Wright's character in. She's got the short blonde hair, and then she's gonna put sunglasses on. She looks like she's going to brunch at a very nice restaurant, but she's very not here. She just seems kind of not her usual spiffy CEO kind of sense. She looks like she's definitely having a day. So. Yeah, and you'll just notice that she'll walk up to you like, nice to meet you. Who are you?
What an interesting ragtag bunch. The name is Lucretia.
Lovely to meet you. Were you sent here on any particular investigation?
Not really. I happen to be looking for someone.
Obviously not one of us.
No, not one of you.
I don't think anybody wants to look for us. We are making ourselves known. Who can we assist you in finding?
My child. But I would like you to do me a favor. I've been trying to get a better idea of, someone that you might have heard of, maybe. And Isabella.
Oh, yes. How do you know Isabella?
Well, she's known to me through various means. Perhaps a slight link. But there is something going on with Isabella. She believes a thing that is not true.
Unfortunately, she has been heavily manipulated by the people that have previously had her in their care, as far as my understanding is. Are you in a positive relationship with this person, or?
Oh, Isabella, yes, I would never hurt my love. No, 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 no. She is a good girl. I was wondering, perhaps if you knew Toad.
Yes, we are acquainted, and in a, I would say, a friendly manner, helpful manner.
Hmm.
Lucretia, you do notice this hooded figure just going.
Do you have something you would like to tell me? You sweet thing, you. I see you nod your head.
Yeah, fuck Toad.
Such strong feelings of opposition towards the froggy one. Do tell me, why?
Why am I? Who are you?
I'm pulling out my phone and I'm gonna start trying to figure that out for myself.
And you will quickly find tons of like results of like various events that Lucretia has been known to partake in. They I'm sorry, I just read a comment on the Twitch chat that said fucking toads in someone's kid. This is what I get for reading the Twitch chat. You will find results about them. You'll find results about them that seem to put them in a very positive light, especially considering that the events that they tend to go to are the same type of events that other kindred would also go to. However, the major thing that might tip you off to something is Lucretia's last name.
She didn't give us that yet.
No, but Google will.
Oh.
Aster, well, Dr. Easter just taken out a phone in front of this new person and start. She's going to, remember her etiquette and be like, we haven't actually introduced. Hi, I'm sorry, we haven't introduced ourselves yet officially, and that was rude. Hello, I'm Master Bell of Clan Toreador, and she'll actually put out a hand.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Such a stunning rose you are, and I do love these gloves. I saw some similar ones in Milan. My name is Lucretia Giovanni.
And that's where your Google will ping.
Hey, and then I am, and she'll just kind of like do the little like, everybody else introduce themselves. Be cool, everybody.
Lucretia,
Right.
You have seen a YouTube video of Aster spilling a drink on another person. This blue fishbowl drink with Swedish fish, and it's accompanied with like some meme-ish music, like the yakety sax of music of just meow, meow, meow.
Not accidental at all intentional. Just
Yeah,
you are the clumsy one, no?
No, no, she deserved it, but not death. But also, like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it with purpose, because I'm not like a kid. Like,
hi, I'm Dr. Jackson Easter of Clan Tremere, and I think it's best not to put Aster in a corner like that, if you don't mind.
I do apologize. I meant nothing of it. As a matter of fact, I appreciate your passion.
Thank you. And she'll like do like a little bow and then back up a little and let everyone else introduce themselves.
I'm gonna step back with Aster.
Skylar, nice to meet you.
It is lovely to meet you too, enemy of the froggy one. Do tell me a little more detail. as soon as I meet your last friend here, what is your name, dear?
I'm gonna set Dinah down and then just step up. I'm Dr. Alicia Garcia Marquez, child of Malkav. Dinah, dear, do keep an eye out for moths.
The children of Malkav has always been interesting to me. The way you are all connected through Malkav in such a way that reminds me of the way we are all connected to each other. You know, the Giovanni family first.
I'll take a step back in line with Dr. Easter and Aster. Not breaking eye contact with Lucretia.
Yeah, we did that official, right? Okay. Yes. Yes, that was official and fully etiquette-y. We are officially introduced, yes?
I'm Nora. I'm sorry. I'm just having a day. Please forgive me. You can see sometimes it's a little overwhelming to with this kind of a group.
Lucretia, you actually know of Nora. Guinevere had spoke fairly highly of her own child.
You are Guinevere's child.
Indeed. Yes. And I'm sorry, not setting the best example for the evening. Yeah, we it's been a rough few weeks, but you know Gwen very well, I'm assuming.
I know lots of people, dear.
Of course.
Don't you worry about that. But I am glad to see you here tonight. I would like you to know something, since you are Gwen's child and all.
Mm-hmm.
You see, my child, his name is Andre. The Giovanni have reason to believe that the Camarilla have taken Andres, or that he is somehow responsible. They are responsible for his go missing. Sorry, my English is not so good sometimes.
Perfectly fine.
Now, I would like him found. And I would like him found before, let's say, All Hallows Eve. Is a good day for me. You know, good luck. It's Day of the Dead. But should my sweet child not be brought back to me by then, we will declare war on the Camarilla.
Oh well. That's certainly a reason to accomplish this task.
This froggy toad, I have reason to believe that he is the one manipulating Isabella's mind, pretending to be her brother. I have visited her in the hospital.
Pretending to be her brother. I see.
Yes, this is how you say, false news.
We apologize for any mishap there. I was under the personal assumption that he was very closely aligned with her, but as you can tell, some of our party have much worse experiences with him, and if you say that, I trust you, just based in, I believe, shared interest.
Good. You all seem like a respectful bunch. I appreciate that. Now, I believe that Isabella is slowly regaining her memories. The less and less sunlight she takes. But I would like to share with you that I believe that it is possible that I know a few more things that could be useful to you. But that will come in time, I suppose.
Michelle,
Hmm.
can Esther do a bit of the insight with her detect lies?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ditto,
Would that be
just
with wits?
Inside and away.
I'd say wits and insight. Also, those of you with auspex, raise your hand. Cool. Those of you with sense the unseen, please raise your hand. Cool. I will make a note.
That was 4 successes.
4 successes. Anyone roll higher than a 4? Well, 4 successes, not a singular 4.
I've got 5 on a crit.
Okay, 5 and a crit. Dr. Jackson? Were you? Oh wait, you raised your hand for something else. Gosh,
I raised
darn
my
it.
hand for
Yes,
for
Auspex.
since
So-
the unseen.
Do you want me to roll separately for Sense the Unseen?
Please not yet for reasons. Dr. Alicia, Astro, you can tell that Lucretia's being very forthcoming with her information. You can tell that she isn't lying when she says that she believes that Isabel's being manipulated by Toad, that you believe her when she says she did visit Isabel in the hospital. And you believe her when she says she has more information for you, and you can tell that she's holding that information close to her chest. Now, those of you with Sense the Unseen, you find, all 3 of you, the color is starting to fade from around you. Because Sense the Unseen can be activated spontaneously. You find that the color starts fading from around you. The yellows turn to grays and the grays turn to black. Your vision is slowly being taken away from you. As everything slowly now turns into a monochromed castle. Except something very, very dark is going on.
Esther is very upset to be losing colors. Like maybe inconsolable. She's trying to hide it though.
Excuse me, Miss Giovanni, are you doing this?
Doing what, my dear?
Someone's turned on the noir filter. Or stolen all the color.
No, it's not me. To be honest with you, I was trying to read the aura of this place myself. Seems to be that when you look with your special eyes, it will make you go slightly blind for a while.
Esther looks at her hands. Does she still have color? Are her pink gloves still pink?
The pink gloves are not pink. You look at your hands and your sleeves and they have turned to a gray.
I picked this outfit. It took me hours. It doesn't work in gray.
No, it does, dear. Trust me. It looks fabulous.
Thank you. You don't have to lie, though.
Everyone else who doesn't possess auspex, this is...
Weird people are talking about weird things again. Okay,
I
got
have
it.
no idea what they're talking about.
Diana, my slippers have gone from red ruby to silver. Please be on the lookout for falling houses.
I'm just gonna look up like what?
Of course, Skylar won't know. He's wearing black anyway.
Is the castle flying again?
The castle is not flying.
Okay.
Nanites.
think we're showing very good first impression. Also, I'm having a bit of a freak out, so
No, your impression is fine, dear. Don't you worry. As a matter of fact, I will tell you something. I believe that all of you are actually innocent of the charges from the Prudential Center attack. I believe, Esther, you are innocent of murdering Dahlia. I will tell you one last thing. In return for finding my sweet, sweet Andres, I believe that it is possible that maybe another necromancer could be responsible for that attack.
Did he upset somebody in particular, or?
Oh, I'm not entirely certain. But maybe that and the Park Plaza have more in common with each other than you may realize.
This is good information. Anything that you can send us about his whereabouts previous to the disappearance as well would be much appreciated. We promise to keep that information secure. Dr. Easter here is, I vouch for him in terms of his technical security.
You bring back my Andres, I will give you anything you want.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
so it is a trade for a boon and not simply a threat of war.
I think it's both.
Maybe. Yes. You will find out, should you not deliver, especially.
Oh, I have no doubt that you have all the cards in whatever the situation is. My concern was whether we are being asked to help you or if we're being asked to prevent your summary tantrum of starting a war with the Camarilla.
no etiquette. Okay, no etiquette. Be cool.
You, I can see why you are a doctor. Quite the brain on you. But the answer to your question is yes.
Fair enough.
Skylar,
Yes.
you know, there are a few things that Skylar is good at on
Yeah.
a list. One of those things is drugs.
Yes.
And the atmosphere here. Smelling it. It seems as if the air itself is heavier right now. Like last time you guys were here and you had a mission, you had goals, you had objectives. You guys could do this. You guys were pumped. You guys could do. Now it just feels like stale. That the air is stale. It's something that your acute knowledge of, especially with your experimentations with sunshine, would know.
It's stale out in the open. We're not inside yet, right?
It's stale in the area.
Am I getting the impression that we have another aerosol effect?
You're under the impression this is what happens when there's no sunshine in the air.
Interesting. I'll keep that to myself for
Okay,
now.
then. Lucretia, you have been trying to explore this area, especially given that this was the last known location of your beloved Childer. That you were aware that he was going to go to a grand opening for a drug that you had been keeping an eye out for. In fact, you were the one who tipped off your Childer about sunshine and about Gregory. Gregory, you know a little bit about his past. It's why you were keeping an eye on him. why Isabel was keeping an eye on him. You believe that there might be something here in this place that could give you an idea of where Gregory had gone to after the party.
So, this place was the last place that my sweet Andres was seen. Perhaps, and she will look right at Skylar, there is a bit more to this story. Would you like to help me take a look around?
I'm going to look to Easter. Do we have a choice here? Okay, got it. All right.
Smart boy. All of you, if you would like to help, much appreciated. I think we might be able to find some clues here.
Absolutely. Be happy to assist. Dr. Easter, do you want to work on maybe doing some of the tech searching? I mean, we'd set up cameras beforehand, right?
We set up a few of our own cameras. The batteries would be dead, but I might be able to pull the memory off of them. The place didn't have any of its own security or cameras or electronic security of any kind.
Yeah.
So there's not much that I'm going to be doing.
I can do a... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I can kill side-eye Lucretia. Juice up to investigate a little bit more thoroughly.
That's a good plan for tonight.
Do what you must.
So, while this place isn't being used as a venue, it is open. The paparazzi that were once here aren't here anymore. The decorations, the grandiose, anything that once showed that this place being a headlining party is all but gutted. It's this simple 2-floored venue is just a skeleton of what it once was.
Aster, you want to roll with me while we look around?
Absolutely. It's really boring here now, right?
Yes, it should be quite boring.
No, you just said that like that's you don't understand. Your tie's better tonight, though. And she'll go follow Skylar.
Thanks.
Dr. Jackson is going to be working on the tech side of things. What are the rest of you wish to do?
I will
I'm
head
gonna
towards
join.
this. Oh, go ahead, Nora.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to join Dr. Easter in doing a tech investigation. I'm specifically going to be looking around the green room area.
Okay, then. So we got the green room. We have Dr. Jackson doing his looking for his cameras. Dr. Alicia.
Technomancy vexes me, so I'm going to go to the stage and try to peer the veil as to what happened, and I'll bring Dinah with me.
Skylar.
Out of sight of a certain Giovanni, I'm going to shoot up with the heightened senses aspects alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
So I can start poring over the fine details of this place to see if anything looks out of touch, out of place.
Okay, then. Aster, what are you doing?
And
Actually-
I'm hungrier.
Well, Skylar's doing that. She's actually going to reach into her purse and pull out this kind of like shiny brooch, which is very pretty, and she's going to focus on it and try to have a premonition, even though it's very, very boring in this place and ugly.
Okay, then. So if you want to roll for that for me.
Oh, yeah.
Lucretia, what is it that you wish to try to do? You are a master of oblivion. The material between material. The wraiths and specters and ghosts that lie in there.
I would like to activate my oblivion sight and have a look around.
then, if so, who wants to get their results first? No one will. Nobody.
Ooh, give it to me. Yes, 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 please. Yes.
Yeah, if you want to start with Esther, I'll roll my premonition while you're doing that.
Okay, Aster.
Just got the 2 though, so.
You got the 2. This place really isn't pretty. All the colors just drained.
So ugly.
How on earth can any of this be aesthetic to you? Even your premonition seems to be in black and white. It's like all the colors from your pastel crayon box have gone away. And you feel the creeping shadows clinging to the lined pages of your drawings of your mind. The cats that you once saw have all lost their color as well.
Oh, no kitties.
You see an eagle. The eagle's bright with color. And you see the eagle flying and perching over a nest, peering down at all the cats. And you go back to yourself.
Hey, Skylar. Keep an eye out for a bird. Yeah, keep an eye out for a bird. Or anything that could be a metaphor for a bird. I didn't do this real good. I'm not feeling at my best.
I don't. Okay, sure. I'll keep it out for birds or metaphorical birds.
That's all I ask. Skylar, thank you. Thank you. And she just seems a little like, staring at the floor.
When don't we?
Who's next?
I can give it a shot, but I don't know what I'm rolling exactly.
So, you wanted to shoot up for your heightened senses. And then afterwards, I'm going to have you roll wits and awareness to do a visual investigation.
Not wits and investigation?
Oh, that works too. I forgot investigation was a skill for a hot second. I have been looking. Yeah, wits and investigation. I have been using wits awareness for perception. I forgot investigation is a skill. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing.
5. I critted.
Yay! Was the crit on a red dice or a black dice?
It's on a cleared dice because I don't use the
Oh, you
black
don't
dice.
use Okay, so they're all on non-hunger dice.
Right.
Okay.
You broke the system.
Right.
Broke my brain. How am I supposed to cope
You
here?
broke
I only see
simulation,
2
Skylar.
colors.
My red dice are red though.
Okay. The clear or white? The clear or black? Wow. The clear red.
Red. Get out of noir mode.
It's not her fault, y'all. The color's gone.
Color's gone in the world.
Wrote it.
And Skylar, as you are looking around, trying to find any sort of signs of what had happened here, you'll notice quickly that there are strategically placed vents and fan systems to blow air around. It's as if it's a huge, gigantic AC system. But it doesn't really blow in hot or cold air. It just moves air.
So it's not stagnant in here.
The air's being moved. But it still feels like, compared to the last time you were here, the air feels like plain.
Do we all still have our earpieces?
I would assume yes.
Okay. So I think I found out how the sunshine got moved around quickly. If you look around and notice all the vents and fans, they are all positioned in such a way to move aerosol really quickly.
You
How
think it
about-
was? You think it was aerosoled?
I mean, how else are we all going to get doped up like that?
Tell him about the bird.
You can tell them about the bird. You have an earpiece.
I feel like
What-
it would.
What about the
Believe
bird,
it
Aster?
more. There's a look out for like a bird or like a metaphorical bird. See, it would come out better like from you, Skylar, because then they'd be like, "Oh, that Skylar guy, like he's really like got his finger on the pulse, or I guess not pulse." Anyway, bird. Thank you. Click.
Oh God.
We
She's
don't
doing
have
the click
pulses, but if there's a bird nearby, I think Dinah could eat it.
Does it look like the ductwork was maybe added to the castle, Skylar?
Not a duck. Oh, I'm sorry.
Like within the last 3 weeks or prior?
It doesn't matter. But how did we miss that? Since the schematics of the castle would have been made.
Does this look like a recent?
It does look like a recent addition.
Yeah, this is new stuff.
Who's next? Eeny, meeny,
Guess who got a 7 messy crit on premonition?
Sounds like a
Was
volunteer.
Was it Dr. Alicia?
Maybe.
Dr. Alicia. The color is gone from the world. And it is true for your vision as well.
I'm standing in the last spot I remember being when I very nobly tried to punch Gregory. And only punch. Definitely no ulterior motives.
I think you need to replace that P with an M. But as you're there, you're in the flower garden. There is no red roses or white roses. All roses are gray. The leaves are gray. The chessboard is just tiles. And you realize quickly that you're not alone. As you feel icy, cold fingers trace down your face and down your neck, moving to your shoulder. This was the necromantic aura that you were like you had been told about. And as the cold, dead fingers creep across you, you hear whispers in your mind of just everything is wrong, nothing makes sense, everything is wrong, up is down, down is up, the world's unchained, what happened? And you feel the cold fingers trace down your skin again. The chessboard starts shaking. The pieces start to float up into the air. The flowers start to wilt away, away, away. The flowers that you know of, the flowers you wish you could tell the colors, are wilting away, away, away. Everything's wrong, nothing's right, there's no more color, and all is black. Dr. Alicia, your vision has vanished. And by when I say your vision, I mean both the first and second sight. Everything is darkness. You have lost all of your sight.
First things first, I'm going to take a sec to not lose my bananas.
You want to roll let's roll how about a willpower? Roll your unspent willpower.
Sure.
Roll for bananas.
Roll for
do you want me to-
bananas.
Do you want me to
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
roll? Do I roll hunger dice for that too?
No. Willpower is just straight willpower, and you cannot spend a willpower. What you get is what you get.
Okay. Let me count it wrong. Okay, that's 4 on a crit.
Even so, your beast is gnawing at the back of your head. Alice, dear, it is completely pitch black in here. How dare you? We need to get out of here. We need to figure out what's going on. And how dare you? I know this is all your fault. Isn't it always your fault, Alice?
It's never my fault. I'm just in the vicinity of the fault.
Ah, my dear, but correlation equals causation, dear.
Correlation is not causation. That's the first thing I learned. Dolt.
I am always right. I am always correct. I'm the smart one. You're the dumb one. I'm the adult. You are the child. I am the queen, and you are but a miscreant.
Miscreant. Scoundrel, perhaps, not miscreant. I don't plant the wrong roses in my garden. Although I don't know if yours are wrong. There's no color.
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. But I'll find whose it is.
Yes, all of you just see Dr. Alicia talking to themselves. Can I have those of you who are in the same area as Dr. Alicia roll wits awareness?
Do I get a bonus because of the heightened senses?
Yes. And I will roll yours, Lucretia.
Yeah, regardless of who's nearby, if I'm completely cannot see, I'll send Dinah to go find whoever the closest person is.
Okay, then. Let me know what you get, Skylar.
I
5?
did indeed lose my bananas, but you can know which ones they are because they're wearing pajamas.
Lucretia and Skylar, both of you notice this, that Dr. Alicia's eyes have turned pitch black. They are not the pitch black of Oblivion's sight, but it is as if something has just simply covered their eyes.
I told you if you try to look with your special eyes, that would happen. It will come back soon enough.
And, Aster, you see this cat just walk up to you.
Oh. Oh, okay. Lassie, is Dr. Lizzie in the well? Okay, close enough. I'll follow. Okay, I mean, go ahead. Come on.
And you see the cat just rubs itself against your legs.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. We're friends now. Yay! Just to get a little scritchies. Are you actually black? I've lost all color, so you could be pink. I don't know. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't understand cat. I mean, I understand rudeness, though. Okay, fine. What? All right. It's like give her like the cat a little push. Like, you going? Come on, come on, come on. All right. I'll start going and then walk in front of me if I'm going in the wrong way. Okay.
Okay, then. If you want to roll just a quick animal hand. Animal
my God.
Yeah, this is D&D now. Animal Ken and Charisma to see if you can cat.
Oh my God. Well, I put all those dots in animal Ken. Like none.
What points in cat?
Hey, it's okay. I got one.
You can tell that the cat doesn't know what to do.
Oh,
It's a little familiar. It doesn't quite know its master very well, and it's about as lost and confused as you are.
oh crap. Oh no. Oh no, I found me as a cat. This is not good. Okay, all right. You know what? Listen, okay, listen. And she'll like bend down and be like, get in the cat's face. Okay, listen. Nobody thinks we can do things, right? Not me, not you. Don't tell anybody, but they used to call me Disaster. But don't tell anybody, okay? Okay? Cat, you gonna tell anybody? Okay, cool. All right, good. Omerta. Okay, so we gotta pretend we know what we're doing until we know what we're doing. That's it. Exactly. Like go meow meow meow. Like you know what you're saying. There we go. And I'll pretend I know what you said. Oh, this is gonna work great. Okay. Oh no, I don't know where we're going still. Hey, everybody. Hey, hi, it's Aster. Hey, where
Yeah, I
should
heard all of
We
that.
heard all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I clicked. Oh, right. You guys told me that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, saying click still doesn't do anything either.
Okay, so hey, I don't want to talk about what you just heard.
I do.
Okay. I'm not talking to you then. Click. Hey, everybody, where should I go? I had a okay, no, I've done everything I can, and also I can't make this cat any better. So I'm all out of ideas.
Dinah is stubborn, but I'm on the stage and I've cited Oblivion.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do that then. And she'll pick up Dinah and head towards Dr. Alicia.
The cat just like it doesn't jump, and it doesn't make it harder for you with the one success, but it does just.
Oh, okay. I mean, listen, I'm not excited about this either, but we have to make it work, cat. Just kind of hold it like this and walk determinedly.
Can I start tracing the vent and fan fixtures to see if there's a point of origin?
You can, but we're gonna move on over to our tech team first.
Okay, fair enough.
Tech team. Woo-hoo.
What are we rolling?
Did I just break Aster?
You ducktailed it. Woo-hoo.
Woo-hoo. No, my face. I'm sorry, my face is hurting now from smiling too much.
From the danger. Okay.
Are you suggesting we're in a zone of danger?
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself.
Besides
'cause I'm
Jackie
gonna make
Daytona, do you have a Kenny Loggins mask?
It's not the danger zone.
There's no roads. How can we get on the highway then?
I got that reference.
Roads, where we're going.
We've just
Find the
degenerated
roads.
ourselves into just welcome to meme at the masquerade.
Oh God, why?
So
Anyway,
am I rolling to hover car? And what's going on?
yes. I'm gonna have the both of you
Mm-hmm.
roll intelligence and technology
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because you did manage to retrieve some of Dr. Jackson's cameras,
Mhm.
as well as to use anything, as well as to be able to use any sort of signals in the area.
1 success out of 5 dice. Great.
You can
5
spend a
successes, no
willpower.
criticals. You can spend.
I will spend a willpower.
Spend a willpower to roll 3 of your black, or if you're weird, clear dice. I love you. Either his screen's frozen or he's really good at giving me the face.
The stink eye.
That's two additional successes. So for 3, no crits.
Your teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. You do find that the cameras are working. But
Okay.
everything is in a yellow haze
Like from that night.
from that night.
Is
Interesting.
there anything I would like to be able, I mean, we set those cameras pretty early. It wasn't just the night of, right?
We set them earlier that day. Yes, because
Yeah.
the battery life on them was only going to be for the one night.
Was it still a yellow haze at that time period, or was this different?
It seems like it had been a yellow haze for quite some time.
And is there stuff visible within the yellow haze, or is it just a complete wash?
It's shadows and figures, and you can hear voices and conversations. Everyone's just happy. It is just unsurmountable amounts of laughter and happiness.
Now that we know where the vents were, how close are they to where the cameras were? Could that be the yellow haze?
It seems like irregardless isn't a word. Regardless of where the cameras were, the yellow haze were still going to be there. And then the nanobots show up.
Please tell
I'm
me that
kidding.
doesn't happen on the cameras.
But does not happen on the camera.
It's not. But
Okay.
we should probably run. You have some technology, I'm sure, that can do some scraping for some of the audio in here, and see if we can find anything within it that is particularly flag is just key terms.
I do, but I can't really do that on my phone.
Oh no, absolutely
let me
not.
go
But we
grab
should
my
take it.
laptop.
We should take it back with us if we anything.
I may be able to just grab the travel laptop out of your car.
Okay, fine.
As Dr. Jackson goes to retrieve the travel laptop, Nora, you see a familiar looking silhouette of your mom. Your
Okay.
son. And you're standing next to her. You realize that that's you standing next to her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on the phone, on the footage.
Mhm. Yes. And you start to remember something very foggy. Very, very foggy. You remember being ordered to kill your mom. You remember the command. Loud, clear. And the feelings of it just overwhelm you. I'm gonna need you to roll a resolve
Mm-hmm.
and composure roll for me, please.
A combination of composure and resolve.
Yes.
Well, that's a 7. So
Wow, good job.
six successes, no crits.
And it's like you see Gregory behind you.
What?
And like you hear him whispering in your ear. She has done nothing but hurt you. She hasn't done nothing for you. Why would you ever entrust your life to her? She has done nothing for you. Doesn't she deserve to pay for all this? And you shake it off.
It's like,
Apparition vanishes.
I'm supposed to listen to you, you incompetent piece of work. Dear Lord.
And it's as if his voice no longer rings in your head.
Oh, thank God. Man, this headache will not go away.
Is that normal? To feel like you just received a command again watching something on film?
And with that, it's a wonderful time for us to take a break. and welcome back to Boston by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 Chronicle set in modern-day Boston. My name's Michelle Light. I am your storyteller for the evening, and I'm glad you guys are all sitting down because this is time for your favorite part where I do like the thingies I'm supposed to do. I'm the best at this. Once again, a fun reminder that it is September. We're not talking about sandwiches here, folks. We are talking about Twitch subscriptions. And our two doctors here can write you a prescription for a subscription. Get it? Get it? To your favorite Twitch channels at a reduced price. So things like the Onyx Path channel, the one you're watching right now, or any other sort of Twitch channel can get your subscription for the cheaper price of cheaper than usual.
That was amazing. Okay, that was amazing.
Speaking of amazing, Scion Demigod Book 3 for the Scion 2nd Edition tabletop game still has 4 days to go, and plenty of stretch goals. It's already raised over $122,000. And the fun fact about Onyx Path Kickstarters, by the way, by backing them, you get to see the full manuscript of like whatever it is you're backing. And so you can make sure that it's something you're fully interested in and it's mostly written already. All you're doing is helping support the people who are writing great systems like this one or Scion. And so, if you have the time, go check out that Kickstarter. I'll try to post a link in the Twitch chat at some point during the stream. But yes, go check out the Kickstarter. Go check out September. And now, back to the action. Serious face. Serious face. Nora, you had just dispelled the apparitions of Gregory from your head, at least for a little bit. You who had been mostly influenced by his ability during the party, at least the amount that you can remember. Doc and Nora, you can sometimes still hear the echoes in your head.
This has been going on for a little while, I'm assuming.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. So I have a headache. It has a name. Yeah.
And Dr. Jackson, I'm assuming you made it back with your laptop.
I'm also assuming that.
And you can tell that Nora isn't 100% Nora. And it's not just because she's in black and white.
What happened? Did I miss something?
No, I'm just getting this residual feedback, per se, from the events of that evening. Seems that my my mental state is not the brightest, but we're getting back there. I just haven't had a spa day yet, so yeah. Did you find anything?
Oh, not yet. Let's find out together. Opening my laptop, I'm going to start pushing data to it from the phones.
So, you open up your laptop, and first of all, are you connecting to any sort of network?
No, first I'm just doing like a tether between my phone and the laptop, and just pushing the data off of the cards that are plugged into the phones to the laptop.
Okay. You do find that the transition goes by pretty smoothly. It is going to take a little bit, especially with all the messages you missed while you were meh for 3 weeks.
Meh.
Meh. Meh is a nice way to say torpor.
Yeah, okay. We
So
were in Vampire Meh. Got it.
you were in Vampire the Meh.
Masquerade.
Great.
Okay. So specifically getting all the video and sound from the cameras that I had previously been just trying to stream on our two phones. and trying to see if I can clean up the video, see if I can clean up the sound.
You are able to clean
See
up.
if I can.
You are able to clean up the sound a little bit.
Okay. Can I isolate what's creating the yellow haze?
No.
Okay.
Thinking about it, and no. You are able to clean up the audio to hear conversations.
Okay.
Are you going to be playing back this audio?
Yes.
While you're playing it back, you hear a series of voices. Now, Gregory, you do realize that this isn't going to work very well. Now, listen here, Andreas, listen here. You need to understand that the Camarilla has no business being in Boston anymore. It's not their city anymore. They think it is, but it's not. It's your city. You should take it back from them. Yes, but Gregory, you don't seem to understand that what is the American phrase for this? You're batshit insane.
I like him.
That the Familia will not stand for your actions here on behalf of the Sabbat. Now, you see, the thing is, Andreas, is that I've already gotten away with everything. You're here tonight to bear witness to all this. So don't you rest your pretty little head. I've got a meeting with some miscreants. And that little problem of mine has been taken care of. You will never get away with this, Gregory. And then the audio fizzles as you hear shrieking and screaming. Dr. Jackson, you feel a chill up your spine. And you start to feel cold air move around you. Like normally the air here had been stagnant, but it feels the air has just gotten colder around both of you and Nora.
Do you feel that?
Yeah. Please tell me that this person isn't dead.
So that you get to try again?
I feel like that is well, at least we have some evidence here that it, not the Camarilla, right? We can possibly, alleviate that nonsense, but
Unfortunately, we already know that the Camarilla Primogen don't take anything digital as evidence.
oh, of course, no. I'm just talking about our friend here who's very much concerned about her child. I would definitely want to make sure that if anything happened to Andres, that they know about it.
At the very least, we do have this proof that he was here on that night and who he was talking to.
And shrieking. Should we share that too?
The shrieking wasn't male or female.
Right, that was going to be my question. How far off was the shrieking?
It seems to be ghastly.
Trying to pull up the same time on multiple recordings.
And you just hear the ghastly. Some of it sounds guttural, like, but it also sounds.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think this is it's kind of outside of my wheelhouse. Seems like a little bit of like a Haunting of Hill House situation, or I don't know. Do you know anything about these? I mean, yeah, you. I'm sure you have some kind of familiarity with the dead, right? I mean, we talked about this before, but
I just cut up their vessels. I don't really talk to ghosts.
well, maybe we should find somebody that does.
I think there's somebody standing outside.
Let's go talk to them.
So, Dr. Alicia still blind as a cat. Sorry, blind as a bat. I mean, yeah. Aster is carrying the poor little cat. Skylar is currently trying to trace the connection to the vents, and you do manage to figure out that all these vents lead somewhere, Skylar. Meanwhile, I'm assuming Dr. Jackson and Nora are going to talk to...
Yeah, we're heading out the front to look for Miss Giovanni, but I'm also going to, you mentioned that there might be Wi-Fi networks here. I'm going to see what that looks like on my phone.
You have like, insert network provider, here's free public Wi-Fi. You've got, because I'm not giving them any sort of airtime.
Sure.
You have some private networks of like homes and businesses. You have one that's a public Wi-Fi that just says ice cream truck.
I'm assuming most Wi-Fi signals aren't going to make it through this stone building. So I'm curious of anything that does.
You find that if you're going inside the building and then outside the building, inside the building, the only one that seems to actually like manage to make it through is the ice cream truck.
Okay. All right, I'll investigate that later.
Mm-hmm. So, Lucretia, you see Dr. Jackson and Nora Vandermeer approaching you. You can tell that Nora's pretty shaken up about something, but like you can tell that something's on their mind. And for Dr. Jackson, he just looks like Dr. Jackson.
Welcome back to the party, you two. You look as though something is wrong, dear, as if you've seen a ghost.
Yeah, I never really believed in those before, but I've had my experiences. But in particular, we do have some recordings here that we would love you to listen to directly. Dr. Easter, would you be happy to share those?
Yeah. Looking around for a flat surface I can set a laptop on.
Handing over the earbud, and please feel free to take this as the evidence that you need considering your child.
And you hear the audio play. And you hear your child talking to Gregory. You hear the fact that you hear your child call Gregory batshit crazy. And that he won't get away with what he's done, and that he tells him that the Sabbat have no place in Boston anymore now that the Camarilla and Giovanni have taken them out. And that there's no way he's ever going to get away with this, and Gregory is boasting that he already has, and that he has some miscreants to meet up with. And then you hear it. The ghastly screams. The feeling of chill in the air forming around you. The sensation, like when your hairs are just sticking up at the back of your neck. That's what all three of you are feeling right now.
This is unnerving. Not just what I am hearing, but what I am feeling at the moment.
Yeah. A chill, right? Again, not my area of interest or expertise, so I'm hoping you might be able to provide some information. I assume, based on what you've said previously, that you are into that kind of thing, right?
Yes, I am in fact into that kind of thing.
And with your Oblivion sight activated, you see specters and wraiths and ghosts The things that exist in the night, that exist beyond death. The things that took away Dr. Alicia's vision. And the things that have taken away the color from Dr. Jackson and Aster.
There is much here. It is heavy. Many, many energies. And also the thing that keeps making you blind. Perhaps maybe next time you all listen.
What kind of ragtag bunch of investigators would we be if we listened?
I suppose that is true. One never knows who they can trust.
You'll mind our group. We don't take very good direction very often. You can see that's my perpetual headache. Are you familiar with anybody that could have caused this sort of event or phenomenon to occur? This other necromancer, as you say? Even the word just makes me feel a little bit ill.
Oh, for someone so beautiful, you are so light in the stomach. Let me think. Storyteller, do I know anything more?
You know, you can tell that this was done on purpose. That what's wrong with here was done on purpose. And you would have reason to believe that this was done by Andreas. Not to do anything to cause harm, but to set a beacon.
My child calls to me. That is so sweet. However dark you may find it, I find it beautiful. But I do believe that this was my child, setting up a beckoning call.
I'm assuming like a defense or a signal to you, considering what he was going through, confronting Gregory?
Perhaps. That sounds like that would be logical.
And it is at this time, Lucretia, that you start to feel the cold fingers touch against you. You hear the sounds of just death and decay, sickness and unhealth. You hear and you feel just death surround you. And you, as a member of the clan of Giovanni, are fond of death, fond with death. Dr. Jackson and Nora, who are feeling similar phenomenon, are not. And slowly the feelings start creeping into those who are in the castle. Dr. Alicia, without your sight, you have no idea where the whispers are coming from. The feelings of the cold rushing through you. Skylar, as you're trying to connect the vents, you feel the cold air rushing through the vents that you do not understand. How is it blowing against the current? How? Dr. Aster. Yeah, because Aster's a doctor now. Aster, where your hands, which you haven't sweated in eons since your embrace, you feel like the moisture trapped between your gloves and your hands that have lost all color. You all start to feel the sensations of decay and undeath, the screams and it is chaos, it is madness, it is unnerving. And so, I'm going to need all of you to roll your unspent willpower. Lucretia, I will be rolling for you. You do not use hunger dice in a willpower roll.
Was literally just about to ask that. Thank you.
Nor are you able to spend a willpower to re-roll. What you get is what you get.
1 success for Nora.
1 success. Okay, fingers high.
Unspent?
That's 5 on a crit.
Unspent.
Okay.
5 on a crit. 5, 3, 5. Okay. Dr. Jackson and Nora. The two of you feel overwhelmed by this and the toll that it takes. You two are monsters, but you are not used to this. As the shrieks and the sounds of just, you start to realize that these spirits are those who did not survive the night of the party.
Oh, these voices are familiar.
They are at unrest. They are not happy, and they are out for vengeance and blood, and they do not know whom did it, but they know that the kindred were there.
I think this. No, I can't do that. I can't be here again. This is just a nightmare.
And Dr. Jackson, you feel something just start to trail down your arm. You start to feel the sensation of just a hand.
Yeah,
trailing.
flailing wildly. Ah!
And Nora, you begin to hear that voice in your head again. Oh, come on, dear. It'd just be a little bit of fun. Just a little bit of fun.
Shut up. Shut up.
All you look at the way that she's looking at you with such disdain. That little freak.
What? Who? What? Which one? You never specify. You never specify. Kill her. Kill her. That's all you say. I can't take it anymore. Please, just figure it out. You're so incompetent.
And the rest of you feel the shiver up your spine and but nothing as drastic as what Nora and Jackson are feeling.
Do we hear this over the comms, like this level of freak out?
I would say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, cat, I'm going to leave you here. Hey, Dr. Lizzie, here's your cat. I think you guys can work out your relationship. It could probably be anyway, I'm going to go find the people who are having like a bit of a freak out because I'm curious.
And you find them outside with
As Esther starts to leave, I'll just grab her arm.
Oh, that works too. Okay. Oh, you're right. That probably works better than the cat. Okay. And she'll leave the good doctor.
Okay.
Hey, so is Dr. Easter still flailing his arms about?
I'll say yes.
Yeah, and Nora's taught. Okay. Oh no.
Yeah, Nora is pacing in circles and talking to herself. Yeah.
Oh, hey, okay, this isn't great etiquette, just so you know. Yeah, no, you guys are really kind of not showing our best here to our...
Believe me, if I could stop, I would stop.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I don't know how to fix this or what's going on. Do you want me to just hold your arms? I can try holding your arms.
No, thank you.
No? Okay.
Maybe if you just stand really close so they can't get on that side.
Oh, who? And she'll go like she's trying to protect, but she has no idea what's going on.
Isn't there some sort of is there some way to exercise them, or like are we being dosed again? We're getting drugged again. We're getting drugged again, and like she's starting
drugs
to devolve into paranoia. How do you know? How do you know? This is just insane. I can't deal with this.
Okay. So hey, Lucretia, you seem to be okay. You're okay? Do you have anybody talking to you or touching you right now?
Yes, but I'm not unfamiliar with the feeling. I will say, though, something does feel wrong. Like The very fabric of nature feels wrong, but again, I find it slightly delightful.
I guess everyone has their own aesthetic. So can we fix like not seeing or having some sort of like flailing freak out, or I guess Nora's having conversations, but sometimes she has conversations anyway. But it's like she's on a Bluetooth and I don't know. It's funny. Uh can we fix this, or is this just gonna like continue forever?
I'm pretty sure my problem will fix when I get away from here.
Let's I really am. I feel like I'm gonna go lock myself into a place that I have soundproofing on. How about I'm just gonna go.
Miss Vandermeer, would you care to accompany me to my haven? I actually have it warded for this reason.
Okay. Yes. But I don't want to leave my friends alone here. They yeah no.
Hey Skylar, everyone's having a freak out here, and I don't know what to do.
These things don't appear to be bothering them.
Punch them? What do you want me to tell you?
I don't know. Come here and help me.
Knock some sense into them?
We can't punch ghosts. They're ethereal. The abyss is angry. It must be mollified.
Skylar, come out of here, please.
Officer Head.
Isn't there some kind of ritual? Some kind of like warding, like you said, warding. It sounds like again, this is all language that I don't speak. I don't understand any of this. It just feels like a television cartoon. Jesus. But
I have a ward on my haven. I don't know how to put a ward against spirits on smaller objects yet.
Like maybe just talk to them. I don't know.
So not everyone can keep their stuff together as well as I can. Oh no. Okay, so have we done what we're supposed to do here yet?
Lucretia, at the concept of why don't we just talk to them, you realize, yeah, that's a good idea.
I assume she knew that the entire time and has just been enjoying this.
She probably has.
Oh yeah, no, she loves seeing the incompetence of our clown coterie. It's good.
I have been waiting for you to ask.
Right, of course. Okay.
So what's the creepy lady saying?
Hey, I think we're talking to the ghosts.
She's
creepy.
wearing an earpiece now.
In fact. Okay. Hey, Skylar,
okay.
come out here. We're gonna talk to ghosts.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm not gonna do that.
But it's so boring. But ghosts will be interesting.
I'm gonna finish what I'm doing here.
You're boring. I'm sorry I said that.
We'll tell them
I haven't seen color. Oh, yeah. Dr. Lisa says hi. Click.
And Skylar, it is at this point you make it to where all these vents seem to be connected.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be a completely hidden room.
Okay. Situated roughly where? First floor, second floor?
Second floor.
Above where the stage is, where
Yes.
I thought so.
And you can tell that this room had been occupied previously. There's plugs and outlets for things. There's actually a lot more like technology in here than you would expect. There's also a camera.
That's weird.
There's buttons for central control over the air system. There's also a variety of different things in this room. There's a computer chair that seems to be like a gaming chair almost. So it's very comfortable. There's what used to be spots for like a LAN port for a laptop. There's a camera. There's also what seemed to have been at one point vats, like the metal containers up here that are emptied. And they've also been like punched in a bit, so they're like indented.
Are they sealed vats?
They seem to be completely emptied, like hollowed.
Is there any residue? Like, can I get in, see inside of it?
Yeah, you can see inside of it. It doesn't seem to be any residue, but the air feels nice,
Like sunshine nice?
like sunshineness.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have you roll something for me then?
Oh boy, what am I rolling?
I'm gonna need you to roll your resolve and composure.
Okay, so my willpower roll. Got it.
Roll to keep your bananas.
Gonna get a snoot full of sunshine. Told him to come out with us.
I would like to spend a willpower to re-roll some of these, please.
Yes, you may.
Four.
4 successes.
Mhm.
You don't hear the screaming anymore.
Okay.
Things just feel a little bit lighter for you.
Oh boy. Yay. I'm glad I'm chilling out now.
You feel pretty chill. It's nice. It's calm.
I'm gonna go relax in that chair.
That chair is really soft and comfy. It's like a beanbag chair, but a gaming chair at the same time. And it's just,
Him.
everyone else is freaking out over ghosts. Just chilling.
What can I say? I found my happy place.
Away from everyone.
In a secret room, yes.
That tracks.
Meanwhile, everyone else who's outside can see, except for Dr. Alicia, who is still blind. You can see Lucretia start to close their eyes and are welcoming themselves to the presence of things from the outside. And it's almost as if it starts to materialize in front of you. But you start to see the specter. And
There
it's
we go.
hollow. Their cheeks are completely caved in. Their eyes, pitch black darkness, long flowing hair. Their waist seems cinched up to the nines, but you can also kind of see their ribs. Like their corset has their ribs sticking through it. The long flowing skirt swirls in patterns that are familiar to you. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Dahlia.
Do we all see this or just Lucretia?
Lucretia, do you will this being into the material plane?
I do.
And at your gentle nudge, all of you suddenly see this figure. Dr. Alicia, you also see this figure and nothing else.
Aster tries to run at her and punch her.
Can I have you roll
Yes.
a strength and brawl check?
Roll to punch a ghost.
Roll the punch
Punch a
ghost.
ghost. Oh,
This is such a great opener for clearing your name.
Yeah, that's nothing on the one die. But before, I just want you to know that she's yelling, "Tell him I didn't kill you, you bitch!"
Told you we could punch ghosts.
Lucretia, I'm gonna roll for you to dodge.
Mm.
I'm gonna roll your dexterity, and I guess roll to dodge.
I'm
Need
gonna
to
turn
be
my
a
head
one.
to where I last heard Dr. Jackson's voice and just go, Oh, they named her Dahlia, like Black Dahlia, after the murders, and then she got murdered.
Huh. Yeah. It's like a historical pun.
I'm just gonna slowly take out my earpiece. I don't want to hear this anymore.
You're gonna want to keep this in for this bit. Lucretia, you managed to sidestep Aster, because trying to punch through a wraith to a person doesn't work out very well, because she punches and it would have hit Dahlia square in her face had it not been for the fact that she's immaterial. And instead you see this purple flying fury of, tell him I didn't kill you, you bitch! And you just move slightly to the left.
Oh, look, Dahlia, like you can't even like just be there and get punched like somebody with a spine would. Ugh, she picks herself off the ground.
Do you feel better, little purple one?
No.
Me neither.
And Aster, you see the wraith Dahlia turn and look at you with their dark eyes. And you start to see black, blood-like substance start to pool at their heart. And the substance starts to fall from their tears. Oblivion leaking out of their eyes as they look at you.
Okay. Look, Dahlia, it's okay. We can work this out, okay? Like, okay. Just, I didn't kill you, right?
The oblivion starts to pool at her dress, similar to the way that the drink you splashed on her poured onto her.
Oh, this is unnecessary. Okay, Dahlia, this is very Rose, and I appreciate it, but this is unnecessary. I need you to use your words.
And you see as because she looks like 8 feet tall right now in this outfit. As her new spider-like limbs bend over towards you.
You're always too much, Dahlia, and this is too much.
She's just like,
I'm angry and I'm sad now, which is the worst thing you've ever done to me, Dahlia. Just let me be angry.
And you see the wraith Dahlia hold out their hand to you.
Fine. And she'll hold her hand out because she doesn't want to be rude.
And Aster, you feel the hand in your hand.
Now you're solid?
And then you feel them grip your hand. Harder. And they move up your arm. Just keeping that firm grip.
Aster, are you okay?
I feel like the answer is probably no.
And Dahlia's long hair flows around her as she leans in, Aster, and leans into your ear. And she whispers something to you. And then she's gone.
Okay.
The whispers were guttural, filled with emotions of anger and sadness, fear and loneliness. But the words were just 2 words. Kill her.
Heather will just basically just go, oh shit. And she'll sit on the ground and she'll put her head in her hands. Shit.
Lucretia, you heard this. And you're aware of how the intricacies of wraiths work. And you can tell this wraith was only repeating the last words it heard.
You should not seem upset, Tiny Rose. It is like an echo. They repeat the last things they hear. Other than that, it means nothing.
But it could mean everything. Because I was there. And I just want to know I didn't do it. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't do it. But maybe I did do it. Maybe I did do it.
What'd she say?
She said, kill her.
All of us were there. Like, how could you have actually killed her? Kill her. This is all we heard, right? Like, didn't everybody hear it? Everybody heard that. Everybody heard that. That it was in your head too, right?
Yeah, that's. I don't remember exactly. I could have killed her. I can kill people.
No. I mean, Aster, remember, it was a command. It was a command that was given. Did nobody here heard that?
Yes, we all heard the command. Yes, and it was issued to everyone. The mortals especially went bloodlusty for it.
No, yeah, so, like, absolve yourself of your sins, right? Like, we didn't do anything. We just heard it. And I whoever actually killed her, obviously isn't here. But,
I think that this proves that Gregory killed her, no matter what the vessel or weapon may have been.
I'm just gonna assume he killed everybody until he's proven innocent, because he's an asshole.
You see, Aster's listening, but it's not really sinking in. She's just kind of going quiet.
Aster? Aster.
What?
Are you... What is it that bothers you right now?
This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We gotta finish the thing we're here to finish. This is my thing, and I'll figure it out, or I won't, and it'll haunt me forever. That's all.
Well, okay then. So we found this recording of Gregory talking to Miss Giovanni's missing child. Did that mean anything to you, Miss Giovanni?
Let me think. Storyteller, do I know anything about this Gregory?
You had been tracking him, actually. In the notes that you have that have been taken in the past by your wraith, you had a wraith sent out after Gregory. Your last thing your wraith had informed you was that he had boarded a plane, but that you believe that the wraith was compromised.
I had one of my agents on the mission. I do believe that he may have been compromised. My agent, not Gregory.
Gregory is slippery. A very slippery one. We've been following him. I'm sure, of course, you're familiar with Megadon and his interests there, but...
When Gregory first showed back up in Boston 5 weeks ago, he was warded against spirits. he seemed to have a paranoia about them.
Last I heard, he was headed for a plane of some sort. Not sure where he was headed, but perhaps my associate was not as discreet as I had hoped.
Well, we do know he has West Coast contacts.
He was supposedly coming here from overseas, if the last time was 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Was it since then? Was it a plane in Boston?
No, I do not think so.
The last you had heard from your wraith was actually they were departing a plane heading from Jamaica over to Boston. It seems that your wraith had been rerouted.
And my associate was rerouted from Jamaica to Boston. I would assume the two correlate.
So he retreated to Europe, and whatever contacts he has there, I'm assuming.
That is disheartening.
Dr. Alicia, your vision is slowly coming back to you now. It starts with like the outlines of people and auras, and then it slowly comes back to you bit by bit by bit until suddenly you can see everyone again, except for Skylar, who's still currently chilling in the vent.
He's vibing, man.
It's all of you besides Skylar who is chilling. I'm gonna need all of you to roll another one of those composure resolve rolls for me.
Is this
Wait, you
But-
said
but
composure
not-
resolve this time,
Composure and
or
resolve
but not
this
our
time.
willpower?
This will be a plain composure and resolve.
okay?
And once again, I will be rolling for Christian again. Two
4 successes.
and a 4 and
Three.
a 3. 2, 4, 3,
5.
5. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
To those of you who rolled a 2 or a 3, the air starts to feel colder again. And the whispers of the wind are just simply the screams of people just dying. It was a massacre. It was awful. You don't hear like specific, like any sort of like specific names or anything being screamed out, but it's just simply like, everybody get out! Everybody get out! And you hear the doors slamming shut, even though there are no doors around you to slam shut right now. You're outside. And you hear the doors slam shut. You feel as though you're being bumped into, like when you're going through a crowd, you feel like you're being bumped into. And as the wind just howls around you, you start to feel that like tightening of your own muscles of just like the fight or flight response. I'm gonna give you guys the choice, flight or flight.
Aster's running exactly to the van.
I'm going to try to fight it because I still have something I need to investigate.
Okay. Dr. Alicia, evens or odds?
Oh, always odds.
Okay then. And actually that doesn't work when there's 3 of you. Dr. Jackson? Do you mind rolling me a strength and brawl check?
Certainly. Not a success.
Dr. Alicia? Do you mind rolling me a dex check?
Sure. That's 3 successes.
You know, you really are Malkavian because you might have just seen this coming. But like, Dr. Jackson, your body does the response to fight. I mean, as Aster just runs away, you just take a swing and a miss at Dr. Alicia.
Okay, and then what? Am I still fighting? Like,
I'm gonna say that you took a swing and a miss. Does anyone wish to do anything about this?
I mean, I'm just gonna sidestep it unless he keeps going.
So yeah, you just slide to the left. Dr. Jackson, you want to do another punch?
I mean, is that my option to stay here?
It is a natural instinct to fight unless someone stops you.
Can I try to spend a willpower point to shake this off?
You can spend a willpower point to shake it off for a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, if I can tell that it's like, you know, kind of like a compulsion, I'll set Dinah down and let's try to hold him.
Dodging with the cat. Nope.
Okay then.
I'm gonna spend a willpower point and look straight at Dr. Alicia and say, I'm really sorry. I can't leave yet, but these things won't leave me alone.
And it's with that the air around everyone, including Skylar, starts to feel colder. And colder. Like, it's weird. Kindred don't feel cold. How the hell are we feeling cold? And as those of you with the second sight look upon this place, you see that the monochrome is starting to fade and fade and fade, fade, and then it's an explosion of colors. It is like a rainbow bomb of colors, of different auras flying all over the place. It seems as if whatever was causing this place to be as crazy as it is, the combination of the sunshine and necromancy, had made this place a ticking time bomb of aura. And in the epicenter of it are the 6 of you. At the pure epicenter of it is one Skylar Evans.
Fuck.
Woohoo, you win.
No, I don't want to win.
Skylar?
Sitting in your chair, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to space.
Skylar, I'm gonna need you to roll one last composure resolve check.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I just wish they'd stop groping me.
I'm really glad my composure and resolve are my highest. Really glad.
Yeah, math.
4?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know what happens later.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
So,
We don't get to find out if he went to space.
Lucretia, you see this explosion of auras, and it is the best way I can describe it. A soul-nado is the best way I can describe it.
Any shark souls in there?
I'm bringing out the old school Mortal Kombat reference.
No, I'm here for it.
This is a lot. There is so much here. It is like a storm of energy. A tornado, if you will.
That's an interesting nomenclature. Okay.
Far did Aster get? I feel like I should mention that she was absolutely using celerity.
Then she was just.
Is she at the van waiting?
She's at the van waiting when she sees the rainbow Solnado.
I should probably go. She goes back.
With that, she appears again.
Rainbow Solnado needs to be our Vampire the Masquerade cover band name.
Hey, the colors came back, everybody. So, did we win?
What colors? I don't know what you guys. I don't know what you're talking about. Solnado, whereas energy. This is just. It's just very cold, and I don't like this. Again, because there.
Oh no, we broke Nora. I'm sorry, Mom. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through this. All right. Etiquette. Hi. Do we still need to do things for you?
And it seems like the ghastly screams. The ghastly screams echo. Lucretia.
Yes.
You hear these ghastly screams and you realize once again this place was meant to be a beacon for those who practice necromancy. To call them here. More are coming. But not just more necromancers, but more spirits attracted to this place, which is a perversion of human will and kindred will.
Yes. I suppose for the evening, you have my message to find my child. But I will let you know that this place will bring more of this energy that you seem to be quite disturbed by, young dear. This was a beacon from my child to me, but not just to me. To more like us and our associates. And she will point towards where Dahlia was.
Don't know. Hey Nora, what do we do? Can you venture this?
Venture it. No. Lucretia. There are beyond these. This is a horrifying situation for all of us involved, and I apologize for any kind of mishaps that have come up tonight. We will find your child, of course. We would like to stay in contact with you throughout this process and continue to provide you information to, again, free us from any kind of blame, not only ourselves, but also the Camarilla. We are definitely not trying to stop anything bad from happening. Should we leave? Is there some kind of like psychic attack or weirdness? I mean, look, my associate here, he didn't, or many of my associates here did not mean to punch you or to try to punch each other. And she just takes Dr. Easter and just starts pulling him back towards the SUV.
Right. Yes. Okay. Fine. We can leave. I'm not done. I'll have to figure out how to come back.
Dr. Jackson, with the explosion of colorful auras, you find yourself no longer compelled by the fight or flight response. It seems like all of the energy that has gone to fucking with your minds a little bit today has been gone into that proverbial soulmate.
Okay. One thing. I feel like it's really important. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. And I'd take out my phone and try to triangulate the location of ice cream truck.
You want to do a quick intelligence tech roll?
I would love to.
Meanwhile, inside.
I was kind of assuming this would take me to Skylar.
Skylar, you who are not fully of the kindred origin, yet exist in the in-between. A thin blood, a dusk blood, are currently in the midst of this swirling madness in color. You yourself do not normally possess the second sight, but you have the ability to obtain it through your habits. But you see the colors. You are trapped in a mist of emotions and feelings, and you can just sense anger, frustration, sadness, murderous intent. You feel almost every negative emotion that comes with being a person, just swirling around you. The air is bone-chillingly cold as figures and shadows and ghastly apparitions surround you. And then all is just a whisper. Skylar, the Soulnado is just surrounded you in color. You realize now you've lost your sense of hearing. And you realize if you continue to stay here, you'll continue to lose your senses. Even the sunshine can't stop this sense of dread.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna start running or crawling through vents as quickly as fucking possible to get out of here. There's no reason for him to stay.
You can't even hear the banging of yourself going through the vent. You can't even hear the echoes of the proverbial amount of swearing I'm guessing is going on right now. Of just fuck shit, fuck shit.
Can they hear it over?
Your own fucks.
Can they hear it over the earpiece?
They can.
Oh boy.
Skylar.
I think
Skylar.
Lucretia also has an earpiece and was able to hear the Soulnado.
Motherfucker! Goddamn! Mother shit ass!
Okay,
No.
he's still around. That's good.
Didn't forget Skylar. We just assumed that they weren't in a place that was going to be compromised. Okay, all right, wonderful. Oh, yeah, this is not it. This is the worst night of my life. Not the worst night of my life actually was 3 weeks ago, but this is the worst night of my life. How does this even keep happening? Okay.
Do you mean unlife?
I try not to use the unlife language because it's bad here. Anyway.
I don't like this place.
Skylar is not above using the most direct means of getting out, even if it is jumping through a window. Just for the record.
Oh. Skylar hasn't lost his joie de vivre. That's good. He's out there doing what he loves to do.
Lucretia, knowing what you know about necromancy and the unknown, and you as a seeker of the night, begin to hear once again the last words of all the dead. Their screams of agony, their fear, their pain. And you sense the sense of dread overcoming the atmosphere here. You realize that these perversions against nature are ones that are both supernatural and man-made in nature. That whatever is responsible for these perversions against the natural way of things may not be completely kindred.
Who is still around me?
Dr. Alicia, the cat, Aster.
I will relay that information. And I will also lean into Aster and say, you know, dear, if Dahlia had wanted you dead, she could have done it. So, I think I believe you.
Yeah, I mean, they said kill her. She probably would have tried to kill me. She wasn't very nice. And she was tacky.
Those are the worst.
It's the worst. She was a very thorny rose. Thank you.
And so triangulating the source of the ice cream truck would actually lead Dr. Jackson to a boarded up window in one of the shops nearby. And what is
Okay, looking for a way in?
There's like a glass door with like a wooden frame, like a shop door.
Does it appear to be a shop that is like open and runs during the day?
Looks abandoned.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm tougher than glass. Let's find something to put through that.
Speaking of things you can put through glass, Skylar, on your way out.
Good transition. I like that.
I know, I'm so smooth, like glass. Skylar and Dr. Alicia, you see Dr. Jackson take off, and now he's at this glass door. Nora, you're still pretty shaken up from all this.
Yeah, I'm not right. I don't even know if I went with Dr. East or if I stayed with the group, but
one second, I'm about to sneeze and nobody wants to hear that on
It's the sound of me breaking the glass.
You say something like, your ass is glass.
So you all do hear.
What he says, absolutely. he whispers it, but we all hear it over our ear thing.
You guys all see and hear Dr. Jackson breaking into a glass window.
oh, that's
Oh, I like that you look both ways before you do it. That's good form.
oh yeah, that'll really help.
Important.
I feel like Skylar would be proud for some reason.
Just trust me, guys. It's important.
And as
Probably.
you make your way through the other, like trying to make your way through the whole now in the glass, trying not to cut yourself on any shards. You look at the other side and you see that this place looks like it used to be a computer lab. like one of those places where you put quarters in the computers and you get to play the computers.
Wait,
Wow.
you mean like an internet cafe?
An internet cafe.
Okay, yeah.
I was
You don't have to put
thinking
you don't have to put quarters in the
arcade?
computers anymore unless you're like. It sounds like you're talking from. I love this. Sorry.
It's fantastic. It's when they were basically arcades.
So yeah, it's an old
You get to put
internet.
computers. You get to put the quarters in the computers.
Yeah.
Computers
Fun
with
fact:
coin
the
trays.
old ones that had the floppy disk point of entry, you could also put quarters in there.
I'm sure you
Yeah,
tried
just
that.
to, just to check the CD drive, drop $1 in, push it in. You're fine.
So you pay for the
Uh,
internet.
Lucretia, you decide to follow them into the computer cafe?
Oh, what?
Does Lucretia follow them into the computer cafe?
Who's them? Who else is going with me?
Everyone else.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh.
no.
I
I was following you, trying to shepherd you, just making sure that you weren't going to try to punch somebody because it was really funny actually.
Well, let me-
Okay, so I'm breaking this glass and be like, "Hey, everyone! I found something really important."
Let
Yeah,
me
we're just
make
standing
sure-
behind you with
Well,
the
I thought
boarded
they
up
were
window.
following you because you took off.
Let me make sure I understand. I just
I
yeeted
followed.
myself
Yeah, no,
out of the.
I'm gonna check out Skylar. I was hanging by Lucretia and then waiting for Skylar to pop out.
Okay. I'm just making sure to see who stayed where.
Okay, it was just Nora that followed him and is here for posterity's sake, just being like, this is hilarious. Please continue. Please continue.
Please continue your rampage.
Yeeted
like,
myself through a window, picked
Skylar's
myself up, chase after.
Self-defenestration.
No. I guess Dr. Alicia, you see Skylar yeet himself out of the out of the castle.
Self-defenestrate.
Out of the fenestration, some people are into
Hit the
it.
ground hard, just lay there like, what the hell's happening, man?
I think probably like after you hit the ground, I'm gonna do that, and then just like wait and see if you get up.
Do I feel like I'm getting screamed at or anything more?
You don't hear anything.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll slowly peel myself off of the ground and make my
Oh.
way over.
Skylar, there you are. You want some B&E?
Skylar, you don't hear him. You see his mouth move, but you don't hear the words.
Oh, good.
Skylar?
This is a good day. I can't hear you, any of you.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, keep talking. I can't hear you.
Yep.
Lucretia, you know that this once again is something that has occurred because of the wraiths. It's actually, you can see this, Lucretia. It's as if tiny little oblivion shadow noodles are stuck in his ear.
Shadow noodles.
Little
Oh,
shadow noodles.
I don't like this. I don't like the idea that there's something wiggling around, getting closer to my brain.
You have a little something right there, my friend.
Oh, where? Here? Is it here? Right there?
No, I mean, yes, but not the thing I was referencing. It looks like a little bit of shadow tendril coming out of your ear.
I don't know why I responded. I can't hear you.
I'm waiting for
You
the
can't
see no
read-
evil,
read
hear no
lips.
evil, speak no evil fan art.
I'm just gonna slowly nod as if I'm like, these people aren't listening to me anyway, so sure.
I'll straight up just text Skylar and be like, it goes away after a couple.
What?
Oh, okay, sure. I'll just walk over to the car because I can't do anything now. Just gonna.
Aster, you see Skylar just
Oh, she'll go and sit down next to him like that.
this
Just
is-
support.
Mhm.
I'll send Dinah over to them.
Oh, okay. And she'll try to make the cat sit the same way.
Tried to make a cat do cross arms. This isn't working out for you, Aster.
Yeah, no. Aster gives up after. So it's okay. We all do it our own way.
And it's at this moment that a few things happen all at once.
Oh, fun.
Dr. Jackson, you broke into a computer cafe.
Well, a abandoned one, sure.
And you see that there is a single computer running.
Okay, is that where the signal is coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, cool.
Skylar. Shadow noodles in your ears. You continue to hear something like static start to form. It's like
Just gonna like, I don't like this, man. Get out of my.
Aster. You just see Skylar just like this.
Do you want me to help? And she'll like start aiming her finger for his ear. Oh, wait, she'll take her glove off. Okay.
You can't hear her anyway, so he has no idea that her finger's coming closer to his ear. Just
Okay, she'll touch his ear.
he's gonna swing.
No!
Nora, for just 1 second, one moment, everything feels lighter.
Oh, that's nice. Lucretia, she's gonna get out of it, pull a business card from her purse. It's beautiful, cream colored, nice lettering, and try to find Lucretia to be like, we've got this.
Gotta venture this up before I lose my shit.
Exactly. I'm priorities, okay? Lost it tonight.
Dr. Jackson, the single computer.
Sending a picture of this to the group.
Mm-hmm. The single computer, as you start to approach it, just starts to show something you didn't expect. Footage of that night. The screaming, terror, the agony. You have no idea how they got those bloodstains out of the walls. It was a massacre of both kindred and kind. And you see the 5 of you in the epicenter of it. Kindred and kind being murdered around you. The 5 of you just stood there, frozen in state. Like a still image over this footage of massacre. Lucretia, your phone goes off. It's a number you don't recognize.
What is this? Hello.
Aunt Lucy, it's me. I'm really scared. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of screaming. Please.
Isabella. Is that you?
Please. There's a lot of screaming and I don't know where it's coming from. Please make it stop.
I will come to you, my child. I will come to you right away. You do not worry.
There's so many colors.
No, not you too.
It's all bad. It's all wrong. It's all bad. Please make it stop. Please.
It will go away soon, my love. It is the sunshine wearing off, I do believe, but I will be at your side. I promise.
You can't come here. Please don't.
Where are you?
I'm trying to get my way, but it's bad.
No, tell me where you are, dear. Tell me where you are.
I'm right outside the. Well, Lucy. And you hear this man's voice over the cell.
Who is this?
We haven't seen each other in a while, haven't we? You
Do I
recognize
recognize
this
this
voice as Gregory.
You.
Well, I was hoping that we would have a chance to speak, and little Isabel here was just so easy to find.
First, my child. Now, my niece.
Your child are off. He doesn't seem to know where he is right now either.
Funny, because neither do I, and I'm a little upset about it.
Yeah, your feelings on the matter don't matter. After all, the city's mine now.
If that is how you want to play, then that is how we shall play.
Oh, Lucretia. You and that chaos coterie right there, all of you, fell into my happy little trap.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I already have, Lucretia. You see here, Isabel's only got a good 15 minutes before I get bored. And your coterie, little chaos crew over there's already found the computer. Everything kind of went according to plan. Like, really? Yolandi? Really? The feds, the FBI, all of that? All part of my plan.
This is not over.
Oh, it already is, Lucretia. You see, your chaos coterie is going to take the fall for all of this. And I will get away scot-free.
You will never. I will hunt you down if I have to. You son of a bitch.
Hey. It's not really up to you, is it? After all, Lucretia, you're just a visiting dignitary, isn't that right? Like, and the Camarilla can't touch me. They tried. I have been waiting 100 years to get my revenge on little Miss Guinevere and to take out her childer and her childer's little friends all at once. It's amazing. And all it took was a little redhead, a dash of thin bloods, and you.
You think you're pretty smart. I can see that.
He thinks he's smart.
I kept you busy long enough for me to find little Isabel. The one thing I didn't count on was how quickly she was to give me her phone.
I thank you. You have not seen the last of me.
Oh, I have a flight taking off in about an hour.
We'll see about that.
Farewell, little Miss Giovanni.
Oh, farewell, ciao bella. I'll see you in hell.
And with that, the phone line goes dead. And it seems like the air around Lucretia starts to grow thick with shadow.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that has this response to Gregory. He is a piece of work.
Yes, that.
I would like to see him suffer, tortured for a whole lifetime, in fact.
I like you more and more each moment. That is the thing.
Am I correct that he said that we were your coterie, which I almost feel very honored to be ascribed to your, purview of work. I will say that our interests are very much aligned here. I would like to save Isabella just as much as you do. Right now, I think is most important.
We should go. But,
Excuse me, Miss Giovanni.
Yes.
Was there a phone number?
When I look at my phone, do I see a number?
You do. It's a number you don't recognize.
May
that
I
the
have
look?
that?
Of course.
Oh, I'm not standing there.
No, I mean, I can look at it and I can tell you if it matches the same text message number that I have in my phone with lots of pictures being sent back and forth.
It isn't.
Okay, it's a different one. Good.
Miss Vandermeer, do you think you could track that right now?
Do you want me to do a roll for this?
Feel free to use my laptop.
Of course. It's sitting on a bench over here after we started going crazy. Yeah, I will use my technology if that's possible.
And if you want to roll that for me quickly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I am unplugging this computer over here to take it with us.
Okay. It is like the bulky computer.
Okay. Well, we don't need like the monitor.
Well, I only rolled one success, so that does not help. I don't know his interests for his. I don't know his laptop as well as mine.
Yeah. You're just like, man, this operating system must be custom made or something.
God, he's running Linux. Jesus Christ.
Of course. Self-respecting hacker doesn't run Linux.
I don't know.
Skylar, you start hearing this conversation.
Oh, good. Because I was in the middle of texting everyone as if in a, like, way behind everyone else. Hey, guys, the castle's kind of fucky.
So, and Lucretia, you have two choices. You know that Isabel was staying at the Boston General Hospital, the Mass Health Hospital. You could attempt to go find her there where you realize she was last, or you could try to cut Gregory off at the airport.
I would like to make a phone call to my family.
You get out your phone and you dial a quick number and you just hear this elderly woman's voice.
Hello, Mama. I have a bit of bad news. There is someone absolutely treacherous trying to leave the country right now. Run away from us and his penalty for fucking with me familia. I am going to go check on Isabella. Would you please send someone to take his plane down or whatever you feel necessary?
You don't hear a response. You do hear some shuffling.
I have a bit of bad news. There is. And I will head to go find Isabella.
I will be happy to drive.
Yo, Esther, what the fuck's going on?
Hey, hi, you can hear this? Are you hearing this now?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So you saw Dr. Easter, he like broke a window and took a photo of a computer. And then Lucretia had a very angry phone call.
Oh.
And then like Nora looks angry too. Oh, and there's a cat.
So what? Okay. Thank you, Esther. I'm going to walk over to the rest of them. What's going on?
And so, time is ticking away, Dr. Alicia. But you know that you are never late. You are always on time, as you always should be. As a premonition comes to you, you see ghost-like figures dancing in the balls. You see flowers regaining their color, rejuvenated with life, with hope. And you remember that feeling of hope for the future. As you see Dr. Jackson coming out with a computer, like a computer, behind his shoulder, leaving the scraps of things. You see flowers start to bloom around him. As you see Skylar talking to Aster, you see little fireworks of emotion. You start to see the different emotions of people. You see flowers growing. You see Nora. You see Nora's... You first see a bit of ice form around Nora, but then the ice shatters into a roaring inferno of bravery. You see the cat. Yeah. You see Lucretia with shadow-like appendages forming into a sort of gown that she is wearing. As she is wearing her power on her sleeve, you start to see more and more of the emotions and true intentions of Kindred. And you realize time. We are always running out of time. And that is a great place to stop for this evening. So, nights in Boston have grown long and weary. And when we come back next week with our guest May, we will be concluding this little arc of ours, where the search for one Isabel comes to a conclusion, where the source of the necromancy that is plaguing this place and causing it to become a specter of horror and another word for horror. It's just that scary, guys.
Gloomy, it's spooky, it's horror. Yeah.
Yes. So I hope that you guys will tune in next week for that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our usual outros where we say who we are, who we're playing, and where we can find you. We're going to start with our guest for this evening, Miss May, where I'm pretty sure she's this way now on your screen.
Now I'll do it right this time. And now it's who I am, melee damage. Who I was playing, Lucretia Giovanni, and where you can find me is it's melee damage on all the socials, every single one you can think of, Twitter, Facebook, iTunes, just all of them. I do music, I do things, I do all the stuff. And thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you all for having me. This has been so much fun. You guys are great.
You have been amazing. Thank you.
And now over to Velvet. I don't know which direction you're in.
Oh, I don't either. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I've been Velvet Divine, playing Dr. Alicia Garcia Marquez. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar. And I don't want Lucretia to leave.
Ever. Stay with us forever.
And let's go down to Lee.
All right. I am Lee Berger, playing Skylar Evans, the druggy thin blood, who's just having a good time this season. or this session. Just having a good time. You can find me at nobody, and I do pretty much just this. So yeah.
Well, you also do amazing makeup work.
Mm.
Like
Bravo.
every
Thank you.
week, I'm blown away. Now we're going on over to Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl Jordan. I've been playing Dr. Jackson Easter, who has lost his shit a couple of times tonight. That's new. Yeah, so that'll be exciting to keep doing that. Okay. Yeah, you can find me hanging out on Twitch as Just a Carl, which all of you vampire fans might recognize the pun. And I'm on Twitter as RPG Carl. This is the only project that I am doing publicly right now. So you can find me here on Saturday nights.
Mm-hmm. Asterbell, Asterbell, Asterbell rocks.
It's my new favorite
Too
thing.
early for Christmas. Come on.
Hi, Megan Murphy. I've been playing Aster and an adorable, no danger at all Toreador. You can find me on Twitter at Quinot, on Instagram at Murphy Pop Art, and I do a genre movie podcast called Anomaly Presents, and want to hear me geek out about movies, and that's Spotify, all the places. Just look, Anomaly Presents. Start with our Cats episode.
And
we've
don't
got-
watch Cats first.
No, it'll ruin it for you.
It's coming out here soon. We'll
Yeah,
see
we've covered it for you. Don't worry about it.
All right, wonderful.
And we've got Nora.
Yeah, my name is Nat. You can find me all over the web as Ashes for Foxes. I am a co-host, actually host of the podcast Meta Machina on genre fiction from the Femme Days. Just find me online, scream at me on Twitter. Of course, I'm playing Nora, who lost her mind today, and hopefully next week I will be able to impress our guest much better with my venture abilities.
And lastly, I'm Michelle Light. I have been your storyteller for this evening. I do this every Saturday night on the Onyx Path Twitch channel. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle C. Light. And every Friday at 8 p.m., I think 8 p.m. Gosh darn it, time is weird. Time's a concept. You can see me playing Iris on Deep Magic, which is a Changeling the Dreaming live play.
Did Velvet mention that?
No, did Velvet mention that? Because we're both on it.
Mention that now.
No. Yeah,
We're
Changeling.
both on it. If you want a dose of some Michelle and Velvet, if you want another dose of Michelle and Velvet on your Friday evenings, you can.
Always.
Yeah.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, the usuals. Scion, 2nd edition, book 3 is still on Kickstarter. And it's still the month of September. Segues are weird. You guys will have to. Next week, I won't have anything to segue to.
We'll segue later.
We'll have to
Yeah.
find something.
See you in October.
See you in October, everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.